The people who came. French contributions to Trinidad and Tobago. France occupied the colony during the 17th century. While Trinidad was never a French colony, France has greatly influenced its history and culture. This happened as a result of the influx of French immigrants in the late 1700s. The Spanish could not develop Trinidad into successful plantation colonies, so they invited foreign planters to settle, bringing their enslaved laborers, the capital, and their expertise in tropical agriculture. These immigrants, coming mainly from French Caribbean colonies of Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, and Grenada, migrated to Trinidad during the French Revolution. Together they ensured that a fused African-French culture would be dominant in Trinidad for many years to come. Creole cooking is a result of French and African influences and is indigenous to the island. The Afro-Creole foods are a mixture of African and French cuisine, similar to New Orleans. They like stewed meats, pilau, which is mixed rice with meat of your choice, vegetable rice, baked bread, and cakes, plus many other foods which are staples in today's cuisine. By the late 1790s, the white upper class in Trinidad consisted mainly of French Creoles. Males in this time typically wore silks, satins, lace, and jewels. They wore embroidered linen that was fitted close to the body and had tight sleeves. Women typically wore fashionable bodices with high or rounded necklines and short wings at the shoulders. French peasant women wore dresses which covered most of their body, while being loose enough to allow them to do heavy labor. The forearms were often uncovered or the sleeves were tugged up, so they would not interfere with their tasks. They often covered their head as a sign of modesty. Their headwear also doubled as shielding from the sun and rain. Under the Spanish, Roman Catholicism was the official religion, and it was strengthened by French immigration during the French and Haitian revolutions, when the Spanish granted free land and tax exemption incentives to lure Roman Catholic settlers to the island. By the late 1790s, the white upper class in Trinidad consisted mainly of French Creoles, which created a powerful French cultural influence in Trinidad. This was expressed by the widespread use of French patois. For about 100 years, the language spoken in Trinidad and Tobago was a pidgin form of French, which was basically French with Twi or Yoruba words included. Even today, there is a strong element of French in Trinidad, and in some rural areas, people speak a language that is closer to French than to English. Carnival arrived with the French. The French brought masquerade balls to Trinidad, which were mimicked by ex-slaves, and calypso competitions at Carnival grew in popularity, especially after the abolition of slavery in 1834. When the French plantation owners came to Trinidad, they brought with them a lifestyle of joie de vivre, which means cheerful enjoyment of life to their plantations. They held many balls at the great houses where they enjoyed doing many of the courtly dances of Europe. Indentured laborers and slaves who could not take part in Carnival formed their own celebration, Canboulay, which became the precursor for the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, and has played an important role in the development of Trinidad's culture. The slaves mimicked the dance of their masters and copied the French style and dress. The rhythmic quality of the Bailey drums added spicy yet subtle sensuality to the movements. The island nation is also the birthplace of calypso music, which has its roots in African folk songs, but with a heavy influence from the French who settled on Trinidad and Tobago. Calypso music was long sung in patois, a French dialect, before shifting to English. Calypso drew upon African and French influences and became the voice of the people. The arrival of French settlers, most white but some free-colored, transformed the economy and society of Trinidad in the late 1700s. These new immigrants established local communities in Trinidad and Tobago, in Blanchichere, Grand Riviere, Laventille, Pointe-à-Pierre, Rosy-Lac, Le Coteau, Bon Accord, and many more. Today, we can see many places across Trinidad and Tobago with names influenced by the French settlers. Thank you for watching.